Hello, and welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is a show where we talk about everything from liturgy to Lexapro. Ooh, nice job. Please do that every time.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't listen to episode, what one were you on? 4? Oh, episode 4. Here's a little episode 13, and she is back.
She's back.
The one, the only, Julianna Nett. Tell us who you are.
Hello, my name is Julianna Nett. I am...
Are you going to make me hold it?
Oh, yeah. I'm Julianna Nett, better known as Jules and Jasmyn's best and favorite sister.
Whoa. Her other sisters definitely listen to this.
Karina, it's not true. It's not true. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Self-proclamation, you know? But yes, if you weren't able to listen last time, I am obviously Jasmyn's little sister, and I work for Life Teen. I'm a Catholic young adult. Yeah. I like tacos. I like walks on the beach.
She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Call me out. Okay.
There it is.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
You're giving very Delilah radio voice.
I know.
Your radio voice is crazy.
Yeah,
it's
you're
so
like,
good.
I'm
She should be on Hallow. If anyone listening to this works for Hallow, listen to that voice.
Hey, Hallow. Alex from Hallow. I get your emails.
That's giving good. That's creepy.
That is. Well, how the heck are you doing, Julianna? What's going on?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we just wrapped up our event season. So I love our events. I love them, but I am excited to chill.
Love that. Okay.
Vibes.
Love that. And how are you doing, Mama? You got a lot going on.
Mama's doing good. I'm going to get so close to the
Yeah, get
screen
close,
so you guys
girl.
can see. If you can see here, the bridge of my nose, she's looking a little rough.
It's giving beautiful Grecian. Yeah.
It's giving potentially broken. My dog goes to my cousin's house, Meredith, the best of the best. And Frankie is 45 pounds of pure Australian Shepherd chaos. And she was so excited to see me when I got back that she jumped up and her nose hit my nose. And I'll be honest, I walked it off like a champ. I was like, that didn't really hurt that bad. I'm fine. But it's been 2 days, and it's gotten more swollen and more red. Some like black dots on it.
Yeah.
It's definitely giving witch.
It's giving bruise.
You know?
It's giving witch. Thank you so much.
Bruise.
So we're pretty sure it might be broken, but good for us. I have a best friend whose husband is a nurse. So I'm going to go over there tomorrow morning, see if we can just pop this baby back into place.
Amen.
Because I don't really know what else you do for a broken nose or potentially
Well, if
broken
it's not
nose.
broken, she just has to not blow her nose.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm just going to be cute bump nose girly from now on.
There
Used
it
to have a
is.
straight nose. Now maybe I won't, but
Beautiful.
who's to say? I'm owning it.
You're
I'm fine with it. I'm content. But if he does have to snap it back into place and it hurts really bad, I'm going to cry.
Still beautiful.
But great content, so.
I know it is good content. I was saying maybe if he does have to snap it into place, I'll take a little video for our Instagram.
Do it. You should.
We'll go live.
Some
No
people
worries.
like
Live.
that.
You
Some
should
people
go
like
live.
that. Some people are into the. If you're not into nose snapping back into place, well, by the time this airs, it will already be posted. So
There it is.
just don't. Sorry.
Just don't watch it.
Sorry.
Allegedly.
Also, if you listened to last week's episode, we told you that there was a band that we were going to go see. To look at our Instagram stories, to look at our highlights. It's on there now. Chenele, tell them the band and tell them the story of us seeing the band.
Skillet.
And weave that into how you're doing.
We saw Skillet. Okay, so I am doing great. As usual, this episode is not sponsored by, but I am just wearing Sacrilegious, Our Lady of Guadalupe socks. No fee for
love
free
them.
on this page. So we had a great time. We saw Skillet. I went with Jasmyn, our friend Austin, Jasmyn's husband Steven. We went to the Fond du Lac Fair.
Hey.
Poppin'. Yeah, their hometown. So fun. We ate fried foods. We did not pay money to go see Skillet. We stood outside. And we could hear it just the same.
We spent all our money on cheese curds.
We did. And they were so good.
No regrets.
We heard bangers. Hero, Monster, Awake and Alive. If you're someone that went to youth group between the years of 2000, how old are we? Like 2005 to 2010,
9, yeah.
9, you have been a victim of Skillet.
You know him. You love him.
It is awesome. I mean, as soon as they started playing, we heard that intro that was like da 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 And all of us were like, oh, like running.
Suppressed memories.
Yeah, seriously. So shout out also to my youth minister, Rick, as a child for exposing me to the goodness of Skillet. Honestly, I still listen to them now, and they're awesome. So
Still so good.
So good. So it was such an adventure. Check out our highlights on our Instagram page. We have us rating all the food that we ate at the fair, as well as some behind the scenes of us not paying to go inside to watch Skillet and dancing outside. So it was definitely so much fun, and that weaves into how I'm doing, which is great. I've spent a week at Casa, Jasmyn and Julianna's parents, and I was gonna say Jobert Nett, but I'm like, no, it's
Neither.
And so neither, yeah. So Teofilo, and so I've spent a week here. It is so fun. I've seen Skillet. I've made homemade applesauce. I've gone on a boat. What else have we done? We went to the zoo. I mean,
we did go to the zoo.
when Jasmine's family poppin', like activity family. I have a horizontal family. And so it was just so fun. And so, so check out our highlights, Skillet. Drop a comment below and comment what your favorite Skillet song is. If you don't have a favorite Skillet song, you're not telling the truth.
Find one.
Find one. Yes. So
Chanel, I have a follow-up question for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dairy you've eaten this week?
Oh my
because you've
gosh.
been heavy on the dairy.
I have.
Maybe we should divide it.
Okay.
Favorite food, savory dairy,
And favorite
and
sweet dairy.
dairy.
Got it. Because when I got here, I said to Julianna and her parents, I said, I want to try every dairy thing while we're here because I know it's like primo in
She did it up.
Wisconsin. So I did it up. So my favorite savory dairy, I would have to go with TJ's Cheese Curds. They were so good. TJ's is this restaurant, and correct me if I butcher this, Julianna. It's one of her favorite restaurants.
Oh, that's true.
TJ's is this restaurant across the lake from their house, and it is so good. They have cheese curds that literally just taste like air pockets. Like it's like so fried, like so delicate. So good. And they come with this ranch. Pop in. Tell me about it, baby.
It literally, I could bathe in this ranch if I could.
Yeah.
It's
This
one
has
of those
become
ranches.
like an ASMR show now.
It's
Yeah.
one of those ranches where like you have some leftover, which isn't usual because I eat a lot of ranch. But like afterwards, you absolutely just like you take your finger and you lick out all the ranch in the cup. You know,
Just shots of ranch.
Just shots of ranch.
Shots. Yeah.
It's not weird.
Shots. So we had TJ's cheese curds, so good. Probably my favorite savory that I had. My favorite non-savory last night, we had Kelly's ice cream. And I also bought a Kelly's hat. I got to show you guys. So now I can wear them at home.
Oh, I love that. I used to have one of those.
Because I'm a hat girl. And so I'm a hot girl and a hat girl. So last night we had Kelly's Ice Cream, which is this fabulous ice cream shop by their house, and it is like they have a farm that you could see the cows that make the ice cream, and it was crazy. So I went with Jasmyn and Julianna's parents, and it was just so nice. So we had caramel swirl. It's exactly what it sounds
Caramel
like.
squared, baby.
It was so good. And so I will be going home to Florida depressed because our dairy is not as amazing as what I've experienced here. So, and for everyone that's listening, go out and support your local dairy farmers.
Yeah,
that
Kelly's
is something
Creamery.
that I've really internalized since I've been here. There are a lot of people doing good work for good milk and good dairy. So go out and support your local dairy farmers. Screw those mega corporations. Go out. Buy local dairy because
that's
those
how
people,
you know she's been in Wisconsin
for like 4 days.
because those people are working hard to give you quality product, and I have tasted the fruit. So that's how I'm doing.
She has tasted and seen the goodness of the dairy.
God. Yes.
You guys, God
Birds-
made this dairy.
Birds
God
of the
made
sky
those farmers.
and fish of the
God's
sea,
country,
bless the
baby.
Lord, because I have tasted the fruit.
Yeah.
And I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to declare witness that dairy farmers are doing the good work. So
Yeah, I love that.
Honestly, you need to find a dairy farmer to marry.
Oh.
I could see it.
you
Could just eat
Could
cheese.
you see it?
No,
No.
not truly. But I think some of the benefits you'd be into.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah.
you're a farm girl, but
I don't think you could live on a farm.
Yeah.
No.
I think if I married someone wealthy enough to hire a farmhand,
Yeah, I think like
But I'm
you
not
need to
going out there
marry
doing the
into a
farm.
dairy farm family,
Legacy.
but like not on the farm.
Yeah.
Like you guys have now moved to like a suburb, a cutie little area with
And
a
we
cute
have a farm.
downtown, but his family has a farm, so you get the direct source dairy.
Yes.
So if you're out there and listening to this and you're like, wait, that's me. This is
hit
her
it
girl.
up. This is
She's
it.
ready.
And my best angle.
This is it. I think the sweats, the t-shirt,
She's glowing. I mean, look at her.
recording this podcast in Julianna's childhood bedroom.
There it is.
It's something about
That's
it. That's
the
guys.
authenticity about Anti-Depressing. When we're in Florida, it's recorded in my childhood bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
When we're in Wisconsin, it's recorded in Julianna's childhood
If we're not in a childhood bedroom,
It's
who
not
even
real.
are we?
Allegedly.
What are we doing?
And you guys, I want to say that like authenticity is so important to us
is.
because I thought about covering up my nose. I thought about it. I thought about putting a little powder on, and I was like, you know what? Let's go no makeup. Let's show him the bump. Let's show
This is
him
real. This is her.
this
She's
is real.
exactly
This
where
is
she
us.
needs to be.
Amen.
That is so true. It all comes back to Camp Rock.
I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
I'm gonna let the light shine on me, and it is. It's a little
Now she
shiny.
knows who she is.
Yeah.
There's no way to hold it in.
Yeah.
No more hiding. Who you gotta be.
This is real.
This is me.
Facts.
You guys ready to roll into these stories?
I'm so ready. Should we dance?
We shall dance.
Oh, socks. I love that.
I had to hold up my leg for everyone watching.
She got tired. She was getting tired.
Yeah, I was getting tired. All right, so our first story is about a TV show that I have not watched. So for this section, I am going to pass it over to our guest,
Pass the mic, baby girl.
Julianna. So her and Jasmyn can talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty. It is a fabulous show that I have no contextual idea about other than Taylor Swift has provided beautiful music for it.
So
I'm going to go
true.
ahead and pass it off, and you guys can give us a little recap. I know season 2 came out, and that's all I know, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Can you
absolutely.
recap season 2?
Yeah. I think so. Should we recap season 1 too, or should we just assume that everyone's seen?
Here's the
season
thing:
1?
if you haven't seen season 1, go watch it because I could spend hours discussing. But we're gonna launch into season 2. If you are a girly or a guy, a boy, a boy who has not watched the show or has no interest in the show, it might be a great time to skip. But if you want to hear some commentary on like grief and young men,
and love triangles.
keep listening.
Yeah.
This is for you. But we do always have little paragraphed out. Is that how we chapters? Little chapters in our podcast. So if you want to skip to the next chapter, go for it. If you're like, I haven't started season 2 yet, skip to the next chapter because we're about to spoil your life. So we are launching full-fledged into season 2. Spoilers, warning, times a trillion. Go, Julianna.
Okay. Yes. So season 2, we start off. Boom. Susanna's dead. They just hit us with it like 30 seconds in, which I kind of assumed based on the trailer.
But like how aggressive.
But I didn't know because we saw Thanksgiving in the trailer. If it was like she was going to die at the end, which was kind of what I was thinking.
Me too. I thought we were going to have a little more time.
But it was like, I don't know. I'm not keen on flashbacks in shows. I think they kind of throw me off. But we have.
You get confused about what timeline we're in?
I do get confused. Like, I couldn't watch the show This Is Us. This is embarrassing. But
this is so true, though.
this guy that I sang with in college, he loved This Is Us, which was red flag number 1.
He was also
that I
mentally unwell.
didn't see. He's married now, so cheers to you.
Maybe.
I hope he's seeking the help that he needs.
Same.
Me too.
Anti-depressing.
Anti-depressing. Yes. But I was like, wait, they have younger kids with the same names as the older kids. He was like, they're flashbacks.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. But
That's not a representation
literally have to
of her smarts.
You would have to torture me for me to share that on a nationally syndicated. No, I don't even know what that means. On a national
know either.
podcast, you would have to torture me.
But
to
one
talk.
thing
But
about
I'm-
Julianna.
I promise
that
I am smart, but I just wasn't paying attention.
But one thing I'll say about Julianna is, you know how most people are like, oh, this is my most embarrassing story. I'm never going to tell anybody. Julianna's like, this is my most embarrassing story, and I'm going to tell it as many times as I can. She's so confident in who she is. She's like, I don't care how embarrassing this is.
Look, it's funny. I have a video of me peeing my pants in front of like 500 people, and it's hilarious.
and she shows it to everybody.
It's a smash hit.
as if the video being out there isn't enough.
It's
Now
funny.
people are going to Google like
Honestly,
Julianna
like-
Nett pee.
It's on Facebook. You can find it.
Oh, no.
Girl.
Chenele's jaw is on the floor.
And that's honestly not even my most embarrassing
So Mama died.
Mama died. We're back.
Yeah. So, yeah, Susanna was dead, and Conrad and Belly were already broken up. It, ended before
what?
it began. We had just
Or
seen
so it
them
seemed.
kissing on the beach, and then she was in school. Apparently, it was, their last day of school.
Yeah.
But they were
A whole
showing
year
flashbacks about her and Conrad's relationship, and there was snow at the beach. And my biggest flaw with season 2
Say it.
is that they didn't play Snow at the Beach by Taylor Swift. I have beef.
When it was snowing
Jenny
on the
Hahn,
beach.
if you are listening, I have beef.
They probably could only pay for so many songs.
But I have a lot of musical issues. They played a different Taylor Swift song while it was snowing on the beach.
Yeah, Invisible String.
Oh, that's
Which,
a good song.
a really
Okay,
good song.
sure.
But honestly, season 1, the music was crazy. It was good every time. Season 2, it's oh, yeah. And then you're like, what is this?
No, it was they were almost there because they got the
So
Queen.
close.
They got the Queen's music.
Yep.
But they just didn't do the right song. I was confused.
And I think they were trying to do it as an edgy, oh, we're not going to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
But
give the people what they want.
This is a show for young women. Just give us what we want.
We are the
dude.
reason this show is getting renewed.
Give us
what we want.
Yeah. Okay. Mom died. Sad, sad, sad. Heavy, heavy, heavy on the grief this season. The first 2 episodes, 3? Was there 3 right away?
3 right away. We just watched
It
the
was
4th.
just sad.
Yeah.
There was hardly any happy moments. It was sad because even the happy moments where you saw in Conrad and Belly's relationship, it was this actually doesn't matter.
No.
Because this is all a flashback.
Yeah.
So it's not actually cute anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're not together. So it made all the cute moments seem well, this doesn't matter because it's going to end anyways. And I will never forgive Conrad for his behavior throughout this season. But Julianna has a slightly different take. Julianna, what do you think about Conrad's grief and such throughout this season?
So I'm a Conrad girly. I am. Just like I was.
That tells you everything you need to know.
If you watch Vampire Diaries smash hit, I was a Damon girly. And I pretty much choose the edgier, broody guy, usually.
A little emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, I'm
in shows.
She was Team Jacob.
In shows, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, I was a hardcore Team Conrad girly up until last week's episode.
Episode 4,
Dun.
change her.
So I saw Jeremiah look in her eyes, grab her hand when they were about to go on that giant drop thing. And I was like, wow, Jeremiah really has always been there for her.
It changed you.
Yeah. But yes, I am still, I would say 80% Conrad, 20% Jeremiah.
That's a big shift though. You used to be
It
100.
is. I did not like Jeremiah at all. Here's my thing. He's too pretty. You know?
How dare he look like that and be nice?
He is way too pretty. I don't know. Yeah.
Curse you, God.
I know. Yeah, but here's what I realized. He's always been there for her.
He's very consistent.
And he's very
stable.
consistent. Conrad is not consistent, and that is not attractive to me.
Yeah.
I want consistency. If there's only so long where Conrad can be like, oh, I'm into you, I'm not into you, I'm into you, I'm not into you, and into you, not into you, it over and over and over again.
But isn't there something so spicy about the chase?
Chenele, I just think there's one person in here who's married, and there's 2 that are not.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
She said it.
You cut me deep. You cut me deep.
I literally were having this conversation last week with Elizabeth, if you're listening to this, hopefully. And her and Julianna were like, it's just the chase, Jasmyn. There's something about a guy who's just a little unavailable.
I didn't say that. She said that.
Okay. But you both were
But I'm Team Conrad.
unapologetically into Conrad. And I was like, you guys, as the resident married woman in this friend group, maybe there's a reason why I am more Jeremiah's got a point for always being consistently there. But I do think there is this thing with women, especially younger women. Honestly, I take that back. Thing with people, because we also were just talking to our guy friend. You know who you are. And he is like this too. There's something about the chase. There's something romantic about the chase. Something spicy about the chase that you're into it. And Conrad being so emotionally unavailable is like brooding and like interesting, and she's into it, right? And Julianna and I were discussing this because, yes, Conrad is grieving, and Conrad has been through a lot. There reaches a point, I think, where we need to decide, like, can we keep justifying someone's actions with the things they've gone through? Because, yes, like, forgiveness and empathy and giving people grace, 100%. But if someone is treating you consistently not well and only coming around when they want something from you, but not being present in your life and not being consistently there for you, and you have to keep justifying it by like, but they've been through this, but that makes sense because of their childhood. It can make sense all day, and all behavior makes sense in context, so that behavior probably does make sense. But do you deserve to be treated like that? That is the question I think Belly needs to ask. Do you deserve to be treated like that? Regardless of what they've gone through, regardless of how you want to justify their actions.
There's only so many times that you can justify their actions before being like, hey, are you going to take like action? Are you going to like see a therapist? Are you going to do something like this? And they're like, no. It's like, I would love to be there for you. But like, you're only going to treat me the way you treat yourself, and you don't even treat yourself well.
Yep. Can't love me if you don't love you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
So I don't know. That has been, it's getting a little old, Conrad. We're getting a little over it.
At the end of the day, you got to grow up, like, and deal with your issues, because you're only going to be that way, like, forever.
Yes. And yes, your mom just died, and that is horrific and
very
tragic.
sad.
Before that, you were still kind of brooding. Like, I want to point out the fact that, like, in this most recent episode 4, flashback to Conrad at like 13, already pulling that with Belly, making her feel like he was into her, but not. Her hoping, oh, maybe this is the time he actually loves me, and he doesn't. And that is like, that was already happening. This isn't like a new agenda.
Right.
This has been happening to them for years and years now. And it just like, you got to know your worth. And Julianna and I were talking about how like Taylor, her best friend, who TBH, neither of us a big Taylor fan.
Super annoying.
Not into her. But your best friend will know if you need to move on from somebody or not.
It's
and
true.
in the first season, Taylor was like, Belly, why are you still chasing this like older brother who doesn't care that you exist when there's like a younger, cuter brother who like loves you and has always been here for you? Argument could be made for the younger, cuter part from Julianna. She would say not true. But younger, yes. More emotionally available, yes. And you're just ignoring him for this older brother that doesn't really want you, but then he does, but then he doesn't, but then he embarrasses you, but then he's with a new girl right after you break up, but he always loves you. Like, girl, I don't know.
No, like, and here's the thing. Like, when they showed the roommate scene, he was like, oh, he was crying over your picture. But she was like, no, it couldn't have been me. It's so, like, it's just not cute when you're like, won't tell that person you're actually how you're feeling, and they just have to guess. Like, that's not cute.
It's not.
If you feel a certain way, tell that person.
There it is. Emotional transparency.
Communication.
All right.
It's cute.
You got anything else on the season? I feel good.
Yeah, like, what's the motto of the story for Summer I Turned Pretty? Do people need to be watching it? Wrap us up.
People need to watch it.
People need to be watching it. I love it. I feel like Cruel Summer is like just the perfect representation for the Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah. I honestly love it. I love it for the family storyline. I love the like grief storyline. I really like how they're emphasizing like Laurel grieving from losing her best friend and kind of her storyline, which is a whole nother conversation. But it's like a good grief storyline mixed in with some love triangle teen drama, which is my fave stuff.
Who doesn't love a love triangle?
Everybody loves it, unless you're in one, but everybody loves it.
Fair.
It's good to watch. It makes good TV. Perfect. So yeah, I love it. I would recommend.
Yeah.
And I hope that Belly can know her worth. That is my dream for her as a character.
Amen. And I hope that Conrad gets the help he needs.
I hope he does too. And I hope Jeremiah gets what he deserves, which is love. Potentially.
Yeah. I still hope that Conrad and Belly end up together and that Conrad betters himself.
Chenele,
because here's
as an
the thing.
outsider, are you over Julianna desperately giving this guy chances?
Yeah. I don't even know what's going on. And yeah, come on. He sounds not cool.
Yeah, but... Sorry.
Chenele, take it.
So, thank you so much.
We can't give you a mic anymore.
We can't give you a
We can't
mic.
give you a
My
mic to
privilege is
justify
so
a man's
revoked.
behavior.
So we are so happy that Julianna is here, but we want
so happy
to,
that
We are putting duct tape over her mouth.
we want to reemphasize on Anti-Depressing that we support healthy relationships.
No, definitely. Definitely.
What was before the definitely?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we support healthy relationships. We support healthy boundaries, and we support consistency.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the resident married person, she would say that boundaries and consistency is
So important.
the way to the heart.
Communication.
Yeah. And, and Julianna and I, we have our little toxicas, our little things that we like.
I think in my own relationships, as soon as I can sense the person doing different things, I'll call them out. They don't love it. They actually don't like it at all.
I will say
But I will call
Julianna's
them out.
taste in TV characters doesn't
It's different.
reflect
Does
her
not
taste
reflect
in
real life.
for all the single
Yep.
men out there. She's into consistency.
She is.
She's into emotional vulnerability.
communication.
She's into dealing with your stuff. If you've got some trauma, let's do it. Let's do the work, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Chanel also is. Echoed for Chanel. And Dairy Farm money.
If you come from a dairy farm legacy, hit me up. So,
Hit her up.
story
If
number
you come
2.
from a beach house legacy,
hit
Julianna's
her
your girl.
up.
Love the beach.
There it
Love
is.
it.
So,
There it is.
story number 2.
Let's do it.
Our boy, Mr. Styles, came out with the Love on Tour
He did it.
almost 2 years ago, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So long.
It was after the vid, yeah.
Yeah, because we were at our old job then,
were,
right?
yeah.
And so even before that, he started, before the album
yeah,
came out.
Harry's House came out when we
Yeah.
were on our old job.
And so he has started that Love on Tour and then has been on that tour for a year and a half. It finally ended in Italy, and
What
it
a
has-
place to end.
It has concluded. And so the resident married person isn't
I don't know a lot
stylista.
about Harry Styles. I know some songs. I listen to them, but I'm not a stylist.
She's not a
So
stylist.
I'm going to ask the ladies.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what your vibes were on the tour. I know none of us went, but I
True.
also know your guys' For You pages are full of Harry Styles
Full of
videos
Harry
often.
Styles.
That is
So
very
tell me a little bit about what
Zendaya and
what
Tom
things
video.
you've seen. So much Zendaya and Tom Holland. So
That
much
is
Taylor
true.
Swift.
That and Outer Banks is.
Yeah.
There it is.
my
So
niche.
tell me a little bit about what's popped up, what you thought was cool from the tour, and maybe what song you're like, oh, if I could have seen that live, I would have loved it. And go.
Yeah. Well, I'll do Chanel's favorite song off of Harry's House, and then she can do mine.
Okay.
So yours is Music for a Sushi Restaurant because it sounds like a Target commercial.
Does.
Yeah. And what is mine?
Yours is Late Night Talking
Yes.
because you just love bopping and driving to that song.
I love bopping and driving
Yes,
to that song.
so
it was
fun.
on my Spotify Wrapped this
Yes.
past
Used
year.
to love Love of My Life. I used to love that.
You did.
And then Julianna told me that song is really sad.
It is really sad.
But I had no idea because it didn't sound that
It
way.
literally says, "Baby, you're the love of my life. It's not what I wanted to leave you behind." I don't know.
Oh.
It was pretty clear.
Well, I love the way he sings it. So I love Music for a Sushi Restaurant because it does sound like an Old Navy song, like or a Target song, like in the beginning where it's like, it's like, buy Bermuda shorts too for $19. It's like, it just sounds like so happy and like I'm ready for summer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so then Late Night Talking is yours. And why do you love
Yeah.
it?
I just love bopping around. And it's also fun when you're that beginning talking stage. You're like, ooh, I just want to hang out with you. I don't need to get 8 hours. You know, it's it's such a fun, time, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a little cute
reminiscent.
little spicy time when you're having a little cutie crush.
Yeah.
Got it. So on my For You page, on my FYP, like the teens say, I had quite a bit Harry Love on Tour moments come up. And one of the ones that I really liked was when he he announced the sex of a baby of this lady that came to the concert.
What?
And
Wait, I
yeah,
didn't
so
see that.
she
That's cool.
gave him like a card, and then he like said the baby's a girl, and everybody was so happy in the stadium, and I loved that. And I also went to a Jonas Brothers concert last year when they
Yes,
did
you
that.
did.
Joe Jonas like said the sex of a baby during the concert, which was like super cool. So I liked that. I thought that was very sweet, and it was like right before that one, As It Was. So he like announced the sex of the baby, and then it was like, Harry, I want to say goodnight to you. And then it was like, yeah, and it was like, yay. So anyway, that was mine. Okay,
That's really
so
sweet. I think my favorite one was he got like a phone thrown at him, and I like don't condone throwing things at artists because that's not nice. But he didn't they didn't throw it at him. It just like landed on there, and he was like, "That was a phone. You're gonna need that." You know? And then he took a selfie with it. I just thought it was funny. His like commentary, like at his concerts. I want to go to one of his concerts just to like see him like interact with people. I was a directioner, so whoa.
she was with him from the beginning.
From the very beginning.
Yeah.
He had like huge curly hair. So I went to 2 One Direction concerts. Yeah.
Love that.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
that. Wow. Well, one day, you guys, we're going to go to a Harry Styles concert, and we're all going to go to an Eras Tour concert if that is still happening. If Taylor is doing a second leg, we will be there. Maybe.
Please
Who
don't
knows?
joke about that. I
Because
can't get too
She might do a
attached.
second leg.
Venmo us.
Venmo us. We
Please.
have a Venmo. We also accept Zelle and Cash App.
I almost got scammed 5 different times on
So,
Facebook
we
trying to
are
get
so-
tickets.
It was hard.
For us, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that was so sad. So we hope to be there. So Harry Styles, congratulations. You worked really hard. Way to be a part of hustle
Yes.
culture.
Proud. I know
Yeah.
that's what you care about.
Yeah. We are proud. So our next story, we're hitting y'all with some good content today. The Barbie movie has come out in theaters. Finally, the pink behind the beautiful ladies. The Barbie movie has come out in theaters. We've been waiting so long for it. Greta Gerwig, beautiful directress, has had the largest debut movie directed by a woman, has come out for $155 million.
Oh my gosh.
She has made. We have not seen the movie yet, as we have been spending some QT time with one another this week. But we are going to definitely see it
dreams.
soon. We have hopes, and so we have heard that it is so good, and
Yes.
we're looking forward to it. We've heard that it's a wonderful movie for the ladies, and it's a wonderful movie for the men that care about women, which should be all of you.
I would hope.
Yeah, and also the soundtrack is bopping. I bought that soundtrack already on vinyl. I will bring it over to your house.
Thank you so much. Can't wait.
Yes, and my favorite song from the movie so far is they have a song by Tame Impala, which is so good, and they also have a song by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice.
Amazing.
Doesn't this sound like a foreign language?
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm talking about like music artists now, I feel like I'm speaking a different language.
You are.
And it's Barbie World, but it's Barbie Girl, but like it's called Barbie World, I think.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's like a rap remix, and so it's like I'm a Barbie girl, and it's like in a Barbie world, and it's like I can hang out. So I'm doing bad, but anyway, it's very good.
Honestly, you left me wanting more. I can't wait
I
to
left
hear
you
it.
wanting more, right?
I can't wait to hear it. That was good.
Yeah,
It's like
we
a little
can't.
connected dot, you know?
Yeah, we can't necessarily play it. Pedo, it's very good. I like it a lot. It's definitely like I'm here with the party. I'm here with the Barbie. I'm here with the Barbie. I want to
It
get.
sounds like it's like at the end of a Disney movie.
I want to
It's
hang
nice, yeah.
out. I want to go. I want to hang out. So it's very good. I think so. I think it says something like.
I think you should karaoke it.
I think it's good. I think it's good, and I've listened to it.
This is my
Preferably.
favorite song, not the actual version.
I think I've.
Chanel's version. This is my,
my
favorite
gosh.
song.
I think it's really good. Wait. Can you wait? Let's be muted for the next 2 seconds, you guys. Well,
Why?
Because
She wants to play it.
You can't.
It's really good. So anyway, you guys, so it's called Barbie World with Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice and Aqua, the original singers. And so I'm very excited to see that movie. And yes, so what are your Barbie dreams? What are you guys most excited to see from that movie?
Well, as a girl who did have not one but 2 Barbie dream houses.
Oh, yeah. Flex on
I am
us.
loved. Anywho, I'm just so excited to see Barbie Land. This is something as a Barbie girl growing up, like you just dreamed about. Yeah. You saw that elevator, you rolled her down, that pool, the pull-out bed. I am so excited to see everything.
Yeah.
I hope I see a limo with a hot tub in the back of it. That is my biggest
so
goal.
true.
Yeah, I had some unrealistic car expectations as a child.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's
been tough. It's been tough.
That's
Do you
hard.
think that Kit's going to be in it? Remember Kit, her little sister?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of American
Wait, you know
Girl
what's so
doll.
interesting too? In like my daughters really like Barbie Dolphin Magic and Barbie whatever. Love that. There's like Skipper and whatever. There's so many younger sisters.
There are. I didn't realize that.
Was it Kit or Skipper was her younger sister?
I think there's multiple.
Oh,
In
I
the-
thought when I was younger it was just one.
Isn't Kit the American Girl doll? Is she
Kit
also
is
the
an American
Barbie?
Girl doll in my childhood closet.
Oh gosh, I can't even remember in like the Barbie movies.
While you look
I'm
that
sure they're all
up, a
been
fun
using.
fact about Barbie is that her family is from Wisconsin. Yeah, but she moved to Malibu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's a
Okay.
Wisconsin girl.
Barbie has 3 younger sisters. Skipper, I was wrong. Stacy and Chelsea.
Yes,
Chelsea,
that's
I
the one.
remember,
I had
yeah.
Chelsea, the little we had.
Yeah,
her.
we had
Mhm.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Little blondie, short hair. I didn't even know about Skipper until these
Me
movies
neither.
came
I
out.
literally, when you said Skipper, I was like, oh, the dolphin from Barbie Magic?
Yeah.
So Barbie's family, consisting of eldest child Barbara, Barbie, Millicent, Roberts, and her younger sister Skipper, Stacy, and Chelsea, Millicent Roberts.
Wait, they had a Barbara and a Barbie, or is that just Barbie?
Barbara
for short?
is Barbie's
Barbie's
name.
name.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's gonna take a while to really
digest
to
it.
digest. Yeah.
Barbara.
So
Barbara's stuff.
kudos to Greta. So happy to see your
Proud of
movie.
you. Way to
so
go, ladies.
excited. I'm a Barbie world. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I also have an obsession with pink now. Well, before I did, because I'm not trendy.
She did the whole time. We've all had hot pink swimsuit bottoms
We
for a long
do.
time.
We have
Long
matching.
time.
Yeah.
We liked it before it was cool, but now Chanel does like it a little more.
Yeah.
So
This room would have gone well with the Barbie theme. My childhood bedroom used to be Pepto-Bismol pink. It is
right.
now blue because my parents, when I moved out, were like, "This does not
It's
go
not
with
really
the house.
matching the
We
aesthetic."
regret letting you pick it out."
It was rough.
Wow. Wow. Well, want to
Wrap us up.
our final story. Our final story for today. And before we wrap into that, we really just want to say thank you to our guest, Julianna.
Thank you, Julianna.
You are such a blessing. And so our final story is something that, is kind of depressing, but like also positive because
We're here to call people to more.
We're here to call people to
higher.
greatness. And so we want to give kudos, snaps and claps to the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia for
Thank you.
finally doing paid family leave.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not us. You know that video
Not
Paul
me.
read?
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Right? And so snaps and claps to the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia. According
Do we
to
know like the weeks on this?
it's 8 weeks. So according
mommies and daddies?
Yes,
Amazing.
family. So, according to The Pillar, article from The Pillar, beginning this month, employees of the diocese will have access to 8 weeks of paid time off for qualifying family and medical reasons. The new policy was made public last week by Arlington Bishop Michael Burbridge, who last year was chosen to be the head of the USCCB's pro-life committee.
Oh, that's great.
So,
I'm
got
hopeful
so
that
many
this
thoughts.
will
Yes,
like
that
inspire
calls other
more
dioceses
change.
higher.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
tell us your thoughts. Hit us with it.
Okay, I'm inspired. I'm feeling hopeful. As someone who has been victim to diocesan health insurance,
Victim.
I will say it how it is. It's rough out here, you guys. And I've done both. I was a school counselor in the public school system in Louisiana and government health insurance. I was like, this is great. Had a baby. It was great. Not crazy expensive. My first baby, though, was born when we were on diocesan health insurance, and it was crazy, so expensive. Thankfully, I was not working and didn't need like time off of work, because I don't think that would have been actually, no, it wouldn't have been good. My husband got a day and a half off before he went back to work with our first baby. We got back from the hospital Friday night late, and then he went back to Life Teen Sunday morning, the lifestyle. And our diocesan health insurance did not cover any vaccinations for our children. I guess this is kind of political to say. My kids are vaccinated. I know that's crazy out here. But they got all their shots as kids. And we had to drive to like the clinic in Lake Charles, shout out, like an hour and a half from my house to get my baby to have shots every time she needed them, which is like every couple months when they're little, because the state of Louisiana has a program where you can pay $10 to get your kid shots, which was great because through our doctor, it would have been $800 a visit because the diocese didn't cover any of it. So insurance for diocese, paid leave for diocese, really bad. I have a friend, my worst story I've ever heard. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We're ready.
A woman had a baby, worked for a church, took 6 weeks of unpaid leave because legally they have to give you your job, but they don't have to pay you, right? So no pay, 6 weeks. And then the church made her pay them back for her portion of health insurance that like the employer buys into, because they were like, well, you're not working, so we shouldn't be paying this. So she had to pay her portion of insurance that she normally pays out of her check and then pay them their portion just to have a job left at the end when she came back. So this is like for people who are listening to this who don't work in church world, it might be like, oh, 8 weeks of paid leave. Like, yeah, like some people get like 12 and 18 and whatever. This is like fought for. Like that's crazy to hear. And I'm very thankful to hear that this bishop is like the head of the pro-life committee for the USCCB, because like this is a pro-life issue. And what a blessing to have somebody who cares in charge and in leadership. Yeah. That's amazing.
And Femme Catholic also came out with a investigative report that they did on on each diocese in the United States. And
they had those dioceses sweat.
They had them sweat on their paid family leave. And are they doing it or are they not? And so it's, like Jasmyn was saying, it's a pro-life issue. And so the implications of this bishop being the head of the pro-life committee is huge. Like huge, because so many people, right? You'll say like, well, we need to pay people. Like we can't be asking people to do 10 jobs, or we can't be saying that people have to be open to life and then being like, we're not going to pay for Pampers. We're not going to pay for shots. Like, that's crazy. And so it's a pro-life issue. It's so exciting that this is happening. We give snaps and claps to the rest of the bishops in the country and hope that this continues.
And we empower you. And if you want to know, like, what it's like for a family to not have leave, like, talk to us. Yeah. We're ready. We're ready to chit chat. We're ready to chit chat.
There are so many families that have this same experience and would be absolutely happy to share.
Yeah. Yep. And we're happy to work for you and with you, hand in hand, right? Working for the kingdom. But we need our medication. And it's so expensive. And we need our kids to get shots.
And we need to bond with our babies.
And we need to bond with our children.
Like I had Joy and I got 6 weeks off, which is not enough. But I got 6 weeks off and I went back to work, and then I got a dog a couple months later. Wasn't allowed to pick her up until 8 weeks because they were like, oh, legally you can't take a dog from its mother until 8 weeks. And I was like, wait a second.
Meanwhile, at home, Joy thinks the microwave is her mother.
Is her mother. She's getting her bottles.
She has not seen her mother. The bottle warmer is her mother.
It's her mother. I went right to like working 12-hour days at a school and being like, oh, guess I'll just like pump till I feel like I'm dying out here. It's crazy, you guys. Yeah. So bishops, priests, we empower you. Yes. I want to give a special shout out. Noelle's godfather, Father Christopher Camry, the best of the best.
Love you.
Love him.
My God husband.
God husband. So the best. She calls him that all the time. Don't know if he likes it, but we are going to say it on this podcast.
Because I am Noelle's godmother. Context.
Godmother. So they're godparents.
Yeah.
Get it? But anyways, he spends so much time with young families and just with families in general because he went right from like high school to seminary. And so obviously like didn't have the opportunity to like really delve into family life. And so he spends a lot of time with young families asking like, okay, if you were to work for like the church or like at your job, like what do you need? What do you whatever? Because he's a pastor now and he's only been a priest for a couple of years. And so he's like, I need to know like what my employees need. I need to know what daily family life looks like so I can have compassion for like if your kids are sick and you need to be at home, what that looks like. And so he spends so much time with families immersing himself so that he can like understand his parishioners, his employees, and like shout out to the priests we know who are doing that work to understand so that when those priests become bishops, that they can have the compassion when they're making hard decisions. Because we know that like there's a lot of financial stuff that goes into the decision about paid leave and about sick days and about all of that stuff. And that's hard decisions, but to weigh out like the humanity versus the financial side. And the more access we have, the more compassion we'll have. Just like for me, when I'm annoyed that like I can't get a priest to come hear confession, when I understand further their schedule and their life, that I can have more compassion. So I think on every side of vocation, the more we can understand what the daily in and out grind of that vocation looks like, the more we can be compassionate for one another.
Mutuality, y'all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for those who are doing the work.
Yeah. Do we have any closing thoughts on
Do you?
our stories today?
Oh, wow. Thank you, everyone, for coming. It feels like a press conference. I just think it's really great. I mean, I've been like offered positions where it doesn't have health insurance and it actually didn't come with money either. I was supposed to fundraise my salary. God bless that I was called to other things. Lots of people are incredible at fundraising their salaries. The Lord told me I am not, which is fair. But I think it's really great that, especially like as Jasmyn was saying, that he is like the head of the pro-life committee for the USCCB. I think this could really make some great changes in all across the country.
Yeah.
I love it.
There we go. So you guys, we're so happy to be here. We're so happy to be sharing with y'all. This was probably the most comfortable episode yet.
That should be the title. Our comfiest episode yet.
Our comfiest episode yet. Get cozy, y'all.
Cozies.
Get
Snuggle
cozy,
party.
y'all. Snuggle fest. If you already haven't shut off your radio right now because that was annoying. So we are so happy to be here. We love y'all.
The world is depressing.
But we are not.
We are not.
Whoa.
Follow us on Instagram.
Comment,
Anti-Depressing
like,
Show.
subscribe. There is a question box under this episode. So
Answer that question.
feel free to answer that question. We want to hear from you guys.
We want to know what the people know.
Yeah, what do the fans think?
What do the fans
vibes?
think?
Fans.
Our adoring fans.
Oh my gosh, we love you.
Yes, especially Jasmyn's family, who are our biggest fans. So
Biggest
shout out.
fans.
Shout out to you all. So thank you guys.
Much
We'll
love.
talk to you guys next week. We love y'all.
Love you.
Bye.
XOXO.
Gossip Gal. Ooh, allegedly. We can't say that.
Allegedly.